Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you 5 brand new Assetto Corsa track mods that you need to check out. We have some super cool stuff on today's list, from some fictional racing tracks to some real-life racing tracks and a karting track even. Before we get into it though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content besides just Assetto Corsa mods, that will be your one-stop shop for it. You can find it down in the top link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get right on to the first track mod on today's list, and that is going to be Clotkart. This is a real-life karting track based in France. I'm not even going to try to say the city, to be honest, but this is a very, very high-quality track mod. This is made by Akina Style over on Race Department. It's 1 kilometer long, and being a go-kart track, it's obviously pretty narrow, pretty short, and a very small footprint, turning back in on itself a lot. But overall, very, very high quality. The modeling in and around the track is super good looking. This is honestly one of the best looking go-kart tracks for Assetto Corsa at the moment. So if you do like to mess around with some of the kart mods that we have here in Assetto Corsa, then this is definitely going to be a track you're going to want to have downloaded in your Assetto Corsa directory. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have the Shanghai Street Circuit from 2010, or the Pudong Street Circuit. This was used by DTM back in the day, believe it or not, to race around the streets of Shanghai. This has been converted over to Assetto Corsa, as always, by Shin, and he has done a pretty good job, as always. This track is very simple. It has 2.4 kilometers long. It has 26 pits, so pretty much any kind of grid you want to throw around here, including a DTM grid, will work. Like I said, it's very simple. It's only got like 7 turns, but overall, it's a fun layout, a simple one. Depending on what kind of cars you're using, it definitely could be pretty interesting. But the surrounding details look nice, being in the downtown of Shanghai and Pudong. And overall, it's a fun track. If street circuits are your thing, then this is definitely a unique one to add to the collection, because I personally didn't even know that DTM raced in Shanghai ever. So a good bit of history as well. If you didn't know, you can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have Pinwheel Circuit. Now, this track is actually a few years old, but from my memory, I actually have missed out on this one over the last couple years, so I just wanted to throw some attention to it because it's actually a very, very well modeled track. This is Pinwheel Circuit. It's made by John Harding over on Race Department. The GP layout, the full layout, is 5.6 kilometers long, and it has 32 pits, so pretty much any kind of grid you want to throw around here, you should be able to do. And this is a fictional kind of FIA Grade 1 track based in fictional Great Britain, I suppose we can say. It's recently gotten a very small update to just add Max Verstappen once again onto the track's wall of champions, where it has all of the F1 World Champions in history listed. But overall, this is a very, very high quality track and a very fun one as well, very quick. So in modern day F1 cars, you really fly around here, but pretty much any kind of racing you want to do around here, I think, would be very fun. It also has a short layout as well. It's 2.9 kilometers long, so if you're doing maybe something with some slower cars, or you want kind of like a national layout, then this is definitely going to be the one for you. But regardless, very, very high quality track, lots of elevation change, very, very fun to race, and I just wanted to throw some attention to it. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have Rally Kenya. This is the route of the Safari Rally, at least in the year 2011. It's 6 kilometers long for this stage, at least. This is made by a Rainmaker over on Race Department, and this is a very, very high quality rally stage here for Assetto Corsa. So if you've been playing with the new rally mode, you want some new courses to try out, then this is definitely going to be one to put on your radar. The texturing, modeling is all very, very good looking. We even have some fauna around with some like elephants and tigers, or not tigers, like I don't know, they have a few different animals around the track. Some very pretty spots to take some screenshots as well, if you are into that. These dirt rally stages are not super plentiful here in Assetto Corsa, so when we get a really nice one, it's always nice to shine some light on it, and Rainmaker always does a fantastic job, and this track is no different. If you're a rally fan, you gotta check this one out. You can find it down in the link in the description below. The final track mod on today's list is going to be Spa-Francorchamps. This is the 1994 iteration. This was specifically after Ayrton Senna's tragic passing, and F1 went on a campaign to slow down all the tracks. So Eau Rouge was actually converted into a very clumsy chicane for this year to try to slow down the corner to make it a little safer for the drivers. I mean, it did work. Obviously, nobody had any kind of major fatality or injury or anything like that, but it definitely kind of butchered one of the great corners of F1, and we can be very thankful that it no longer exists today. But regardless, 6.9 kilometers long. Besides that, it's the Spa-Francorchamps that you know and love. Besides the final chicane, of course, we don't have the bus stop yet, if you will. We do kind of have two chicanes, one slower and then one a little bit faster, right before the main straight. So it's definitely a very interesting layout. But if you're an F1 fan, this is definitely going to be a track you're going to want, because it's kind of a very sad but interesting part of Formula One history. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, be sure to check out my second channel, JC Racing. It's the top link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.